I have a folder in my brain called Emails I Should Probably Follow Up On. It contains proposals, introductions, approvals, invoices, and one message I have rewritten 6 times without sending. The hard part is rarely knowing that a reply would help. The hard part is deciding when to nudge, finding the thread, reconstructing the context, and writing something that sounds useful instead of needy. Nudge for Me launched at #1 on Product Hunt today with a narrow promise. Scan the conversations you already sent, identify real open loops, and draft the next follow-up inside your mailbox. That is a very specific kind of relief. Here is how the product says it works. You connect Gmail, Google Workspace, Outlook, Microsoft 365, Yahoo, iCloud, or another IMAP mailbox. Nudge for Me reads sent conversations and related thread context, then filters for places where your last meaningful message still appears to be waiting. It looks for proposals, introductions, invoices, approvals, support issues, scheduling threads, hiring conversations, and other unfinished work. It also tries to ignore completed exchanges and obvious no-reply mail. You review the opportunities, select one or many, and the tool creates drafts on the original threads, ready to edit, send, delete, or dismiss. The launch demo gives a useful test case. Imagine you sent a client a proposal 3 days ago. The message offered a walkthrough, but no reply arrived. Nudge for Me surfaces the thread and explains why it thinks the conversation is waiting on them. Then it drafts a note that says the proposal may have been buried. The important part is not the exact wording. The draft appears in the existing thread, inside the mailbox you already use. You keep the history, attachments, recipients, and final judgment in view, instead of copying context into another writing tool and hoping nothing important disappears. For an introvert, this removes 3 separate social taxes. First, memory. You do not have to keep unfinished conversations running in the background of your head. Second, tone. You begin with an editable draft instead of a blank box that invites 10 anxious rewrites. Third, initiation. The tool brings the open loop to you, so the work does not depend on opening sent and searching for evidence that someone forgot you. It does not make rejection painless, and it cannot decide which relationship matters. It simply turns a vague cloud of follow-up guilt into a small review queue with a clear next action. The control design is what keeps the idea from becoming an email cannon. New accounts start in draft mode. Nudge for Me can find opportunities automatically, but you decide what deserves a message. You can send, edit, delete, or dismiss each draft. If the other person replies, the tool says it stops watching that thread. Users can choose cadence, block addresses, or domains, and include previous thread context. Pro users can add custom writing instructions, automate draft creation, include earlier attachments, and optionally enable automatic sending. I would leave sending manual until the tool has learned several weeks of real judgment. The free plan is enough for a meaningful pilot. 1 connected mailbox, a 30-day look-back, 100 follow-up draft credits each month, and manual drafting. Pro costs $12 monthly or $96 yearly, supports 3 mailboxes and 1,000 monthly draft credits, and unlocks longer look-back plus automation. To test it, choose 1 low-risk mailbox and review every suggestion for 2 weeks. Track useful drafts, false positives, replies recovered, and messages you were glad it did not send. The goal is not maximum follow-up volume. It is fewer valuable conversations disappearing because initiation felt heavier than the opportunity. There are real caveats. Connecting a mailbox grants access to sensitive professional and personal context. So read the privacy terms, security details, and deletion process. A classifier can misunderstand closure, power dynamics, grief, illness, legal risk, or a polite silence that should remain silent. Automatic sending raises the stakes because a technically correct nudge can still be socially wrong. The public site explains the workflow clearly, but a launch page cannot prove accuracy across unusual threads. Start narrow, keep approval manual, block sensitive domains, and treat the first month as evaluation. My verdict is try it, if missed follow-ups are costing real work and your current system is memory plus dread. Skip it if your volume is tiny, your conversations are highly sensitive, or you already have a reliable reminder workflow. The best fit is a quiet founder, consultant, recruiter, agency operator, or customer success lead who has enough open loops to lose track. The useful shift is AI noticing a forgotten social task, preparing the first move, and waiting silently for permission. Sometimes good automation has the manners to stop at draft. The relief is memory and a first draft. The relationship judgment remains human.